Okay, so this is part 3 of my international hot rod build that I'm doing. I've put some paint on the firewall, and you can sort of see how much gap we have since I've sort of changed the firewall a little bit. It's getting dark again tonight, but I am carrying a quartz lamp, which should make a big difference. So you can also see the color that I'm going to work with here. I've done the firewall. I haven't done the rest of the truck yet because when I splashed the firewall with paint, I realized that there's so much dust in this area that I'm not going to go too far with the painting. I'm going to do as much of the mechanical work as possible and then take it to a friend of mine who has a paint booth in town, and then we'll do the actual color and a few coats of clear on top of that. I'll explain that to you in a minute. What I'm going to do, actually, let me tell you exactly what I'm doing, is this red is almost too dark for my liking, and so after we've painted it with the red, we're going to clear it, and then the second coat of clear we're going to throw some copper flake into it, and then a third clear on top of that, so it should have a copper sparkle to it in the sunlight. Let's go inside and you'll see exactly what I've done with the firewall. This, as you can see right now, let me put the lamp down so I can sort of point out to you exactly what we're doing here. Sorry. This is the old firewall right here that used to go straight down. But as you can see, I've had to box it out and bring it out to accommodate the larger motor. This too is something that I've made, and I tell you one thing, thank God for cardboard templates. This here I've made completely. The original had holes in it for the transmission or the gearbox and the old handbrake. And I'll give you an example. That's the one I've built. And this is what the old one used to look like. So, and now it's totally sealed. The other thing is, we'll go around the truck as we go and I'll show you. Let's get back to the rear end. The last time I spoke to you guys, it was getting really dark and I couldn't quite tell you or show you exactly what I've done. It's covered in dust right now, and sorry about that. We've been removing paint and doing different things. As you can see, the Camaro springs are actually quite a lot wider than the L110. This posed as a real problem when it came to making shocks for this thing and putting the shock absorbers in. Anybody that knows the L110 well knows that the shocks on this thing are taken off from there and go at an angle and reach the rear end. But I had to prefab my own shocks, which is tied into the frame there. And then let's go around the other side and you'll see exactly what I've done. I had to make the base bracket on this shock absorber, weld that onto the plate that sandwiches the spring, if that makes sense to you. I've also started putting brake lines in, and the wires for the rear for the tail lights is also going in. Now we'll go to the other side of the truck and I'll show you what I've done for the steering column. Well, before we get there, one of the things I'm not going to do is I'm not going to make up the drive shaft. Obviously we have to make up some sort of drive shaft that's going to tie into here and to the transmission. It is critical that that thing be perfectly balanced, and there are local people that will do that for me. What I did was I found a drive shaft which is much larger than the one that came with the Camaro. The thin one that comes off the Camaro, which is steel. This one here is aluminum, which is a lot longer than the one that came out of the Camaro. The Camaro is too short and this one is too long. So I'm taking it to this guy who's a professional who will cut it down and balance it. You ask why I've gone to this big tube. Well, believe it or not, the bigger one is made of aluminum and is about half the weight of the metal one. I was very surprised, and I think that was a good find. Let's go around to the other side here. As you can see, I've started putting the vacuum assist in, which fits quite well, and also the steering column. Unleash the cable here, and let's go around to the corner. Sorry, forgive me. Okay, so now we have the automatic pedal, and I've made up or prefabbed all the brackets to hold the pedal, which actually works quite well And of course I've got the Camaro steering column in place. This is still pretty rough, but I thought I'd better take the video before it gets too dark. I've got to go clean it up, sandblast it, and give that all a coat of paint. That's pretty much it for now. I just thought I'd want to show you how far we have got. The color, as you can see, is a very dark red, and I really am tempted to put that copper in it just to brighten it up a little bit more. Okay, I think that's it for now. Thank you guys, and I'll talk to you a little bit later. As you can see, slowly but surely, she's coming together. Take care, guys. Bye.